Loading the single aircraft exercise. Charlie Delta Charlie is at time. Level 60, cleared 60, inbound Seaton. True airspeed, but will report indicated. Charlie Delta Charlie, report speed.
Charlie Delta Charlie, speed 297.
Charlie Delta Charlie, vectors ILS, runway 26, squawk ident, report your level.
Charlie Delta Charlie, say that again.
Charlie Delta Charlie, vectors ILS, runway 26, squawk ident, report your level.
Charlie Delta Charlie, ILS 26, ident, level at 60.
Charlie Delta Charlie, descend to altitude 2000 feet, QNH 1017, fly heading 135.
Charlie Delta Charlie, descend to altitude 2000, 1070, heading 134, roger.
Charlie Delta Charlie, heading 140 degrees.
Charlie Delta Charlie, heading 140 degrees, roger.
Intention pointer is where you'll be in 1 minute. Out of 55 for 2000 feet. True airspeed 245. Charlie Delta Charlie, report speed.
Charlie Delta Charlie, speed 217.
To interrogate his level, Charlie Delta Charlie, report your level.
Charlie Delta Charlie, passing 51.
Charlie Delta Charlie, roger. Speeding it up using the T key. And then slowing it back down in a second using the
Level
Y.
2000, Charlie Delta Charlie.
Charlie Delta Charlie, roger. Taking off the beacon symbols just to simplify the display. Anytime about here, we can think about turning the aircraft right onto a base leg of approximately 170 to 190 degrees. Zooming in. Charlie Delta Charlie, turn right heading 180 degrees, base leg.
Charlie Delta Charlie, heading 180 degrees, base leg.
We observe for the turn, and we can see that the aircraft has complied with the last instruction. The aircraft's now level 2000 feet, which is ideal for the ILS, and is now beginning the base leg for final. Way too early to think about turning him. If I turned him now, he would go somewhere over here in terms of a closing heading, which is useless. We've got to have him established by 8 miles or so. To do that, basically we aim around about 10 at least for a start. If I wanted to make it slightly easier and also to cut a corner, I could turn him right another 20 degrees, say, or 30 onto a heading of 210. Still strolling along. Charlie Delta Charlie, turn right heading 210 degrees.
Heading 210 degrees, Charlie Delta Charlie.
And from that heading, which is going to take him out around about here, I could simply tell him closing the localizer from the from the right, report established. In fact, that will be good enough for our purposes. To get the ILS, right mouse click the airport, ask for the ILS for runway 26. And now he's within the localizer range, the inner one is glide path. I'll tell him, Charlie Delta Charlie, closing the localizer from the right, report established.
Charlie Delta Charlie, closing the localizer, report established.
Splitting the window, view, split window, I get two-headed arrow, drag it to base, 2 gives me the vertical view, 3 gives me the vertical view, right mouse click, camera window, open up the camera and put us in the side of Charlie Delta Charlie. Notice the bugs are moving as the aircraft is almost captured. His heading is now 230 and changing to a final runway heading of 263. Charlie Delta Charlie, report heading.
Charlie Delta Charlie, heading 247.
And notice the bug is now coming at about level with the airport now pretty much on the nose and just about to be so. The height bug is fly up. We're way too low, but that's correct because we're deliberately flying underneath the glide path at the present moment in time. The aircraft is all but established on a heading of 262, 263.
Charlie Delta Charlie established.
Charlie Delta Charlie, roger, descend with the glide path. Aerodrome elevation 30 feet, QNH 1017.
Charlie Delta Charlie descend, glide path, roger, on 1070.
Notice that the aircraft is now just about to clip the glide path at 246.5 miles from touchdown. It is just doing so now. And the aircraft is now continuing descent. Charlie Delta Charlie, contact Seaton Tower on 118.7.
Charlie Delta Charlie Tower 1187.
And now to just speed it up for the sake of keeping the video short. And at 2 miles, we lose SSR and the aircraft disappears under the control of Tower. The aircraft will land. And has done. To review your exercise, the replay button is on the toolbar and we simply click on that. Opens up the replay bar at the base of the screen. We can then move it back and forward and review each of our tactical headings and or allocations of level, and the aircraft is now, as I'm showing it, capturing the ILS. At that stage you have a reasonably successful first approach. That's all.